Let's just dive right into the fascinating truth behind the world's most common painkiller. Today, we're separating medical reality from internet rumors with a strict focus on how this everyday medication interacts with one of your body's most vital organs, the liver. We're starting right off with a massive question, one that honestly causes a lot of anxiety for anyone who casually pops a pill for a headache, a fever, or just a sudden bout of body ache. If you spend any time online, you've probably seen the warnings pushing this terrifying myth that taking this medication frequently is a guaranteed path to liver damage. But is that actually a medical fact or just another viral rumor? Well, let's look at the data. Now, chances are you've got at least one of these famous brands sitting in your medicine cabinet right now. Whether you know it as Napa, Ace, Ranova, Expa, or Reset, we've basically been conditioned to think of these as entirely different solutions for different problems. You might take one for a fever, and then a completely different one later in the day for a muscle sprain.
But here's where it gets wild, and this perfectly illustrates the core danger. All of these different names, they are actually the exact same generic drug. It's the ultimate brand name illusion. You might take a dose of a flu remedy and then a separate headache pill a few hours later, completely unaware that you just gave your liver a double hit of the exact same chemical.
So let's clearly separate the internet rumors from medical reality right here. The drug itself isn't a villain. The danger lies entirely in the dosage. Global regulatory bodies confirm that when taken correctly, paracetamol is incredibly safe. It doesn't cause the stomach ulcers associated with other painkillers like ibuprofen or aspirin. It really is the gold standard for safe relief, but only when we respect the biological boundaries of our liver.
And the absolutely crucial point to remember is this absolute maximum daily limit for adults, 4,000 milligrams. To put that into perspective, that equals about 6 to 8 standard 500 milligram tablets in a 24-hour period. Health authorities strongly advise breaking this up, taking a dose every 4 to 6 hours, and literally never exceeding that 4,000 milligram ceiling in a single day.
So what actually happens inside your body if you cross that 4,000 milligram line? How does a simple, everyday painkiller suddenly turn into a medical emergency? It all comes down to a microscopic battle of chemicals.
When your liver processes paracetamol to relieve your pain, it breaks the drug down. During this metabolic process, a tiny fraction of the drug gets converted into a highly toxic byproduct called NAPQ. Think of NAPQ as the harmful exhaust fumes left behind after your body uses the medicine.
But don't panic. Your liver actually has its own built-in bouncer, an enzyme called glutathione. This crucial defender perfectly neutralizes that toxic NAPQI byproduct, making it harmless so your body can safely flush it out. As long as you stay within the recommended dose, your liver has plenty of glutathione to handle the NAPQI. It's a perfectly balanced system.
However, if you take a massive overdose, you completely overwhelm your liver's bouncer. When you consume way too much paracetamol, your liver's supply of glutathione gets entirely depleted, and with the defender gone, that toxic NAPQ spikes rapidly. It binds right to your liver cells and begins to destroy them, leading to acute liver injury. We're talking nausea, vomiting, jaundice, and in severe cases, even irreversible liver failure.
And that brings us to a really critical warning from gastroenterologists, especially around the holidays or after a long night out. It is incredibly common for people to wake up with a hangover and immediately reach for paracetamol to cure their headache. But here's the stark reality. Mixing paracetamol with alcohol is a highly dangerous combo.
When you mix this medication with alcohol, you are actively disarming your liver's natural defenses. Alcohol significantly lowers your liver's supply of that protective glutathione we just talked about. And worst, at the same time, alcohol actually stimulates the liver enzymes that produce the toxic NAPQI. So you are increasing the poison while simultaneously removing the antidote, making even a normal dose of paracetamol potentially dangerous.
Because of this whole mechanism, certain groups need to be extra vigilant and really should consult a doctor because their safe limit might be much lower, closer to 2,000 milligrams. This includes regular alcohol consumers, folks with pre-existing liver conditions like fatty liver or hepatitis, people who are severely underweight, and even anyone taking the medication on an empty stomach over several days. For these high-risk groups, that standard 4,000 milligram limit simply does not apply.
This quote perfectly highlights why we need to treat this over-the-counter medicine with the exact same respect as a prescription drug. Leading liver specialists like Dr. Shiv Kumar Saran note that paracetamol overdose is actually one of the primary causes of acute liver failure globally. It's a stark reminder that just because it's easily available definitely does not mean it's incapable of causing harm.
So how do we stay safe?
Just follow these 4 simple rules, paying special attention to the active ingredients on the back of the box. Number 1. Always flip the box and read the drug facts to confirm if it contains paracetamol. Number 2. Never mix different cold, flu, or pain brands without checking if you're accidentally double dosing. Number 3. Avoid alcohol entirely when taking this medication. And number 4. If your fever or pain lasts more than 3 days, stop self-medicating and talk to a healthcare professional.
It's such a small habit change, but it could quite literally save your liver. We are so used to trusting the bright colors and catchy names on the front of the medicine box, but the real truth and your ultimate safety is always written right there in the fine print on the back.
Thanks for joining me for this explainer. I hope breaking this down has helped clarify the whole paracetamol paradox for you. But it leaves us with one vital question. The next time you reach into your medicine cabinet for a quick fix, are you truly managing your pain, or are you blindly risking your health? Remember, knowledge is absolutely your best defense. Head over to themedicinediary.com for more clear, fact-based medical insights. Stay informed, stay safe, and take care of that amazing liver of yours.